BRICS is a powerful alliance of major emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These countries span multiple continents and represent a huge share of the world's population and economic growth. BRICS was created to give these rising powers a stronger voice in global affairs, challenging the dominance of the US and Europe. The group isn't just about talk, it's about action, with its own new development bank funding infrastructure and development projects. By working together, BRICS aims to create a more balanced global system, where power isn't concentrated in the West. Many countries in Africa, Asia, and Latin America see BRICS as a champion for their interests. As BRICS expands, its influence on trade, finance, and diplomacy grows. The group is exploring ways to trade using their own currencies, reducing reliance on the US dollar. This could protect members from US policy decisions and reshape global supply chains. BRICS is now a major force in world politics, representing a shift toward a multipolar world. Its actions could redefine global trade routes and the balance of power. The group's growth signals a new era in international relations. What began as an economic idea is now shaping the future of global order. BRICS matters because it challenges the old rules and offers new opportunities for the global South. The world is watching as BRICS redefines what global cooperation looks like. In 2024 and 2025, BRICS underwent its biggest transformation yet. 4 new members, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates, joined at the Kazan summit. Soon after, Indonesia became the 10th full member, making BRICS a truly global powerhouse. The expanded group now spans Asia, Africa, South America, and the Middle East. BRICS also introduced partner countries, allowing more nations to align with its goals without full membership. By early 2025, 9 additional countries, including Nigeria, joined as partners. This 2-tiered system rapidly expanded BRICS's influence and network. The group now represents a significant share of the world's population, economy, and resources. BRICS is no longer just a club of emerging economies, it's a broad coalition for the global South. Its rapid growth shows many countries are seeking alternatives to the Western-led order. The expanded BRICS bloc is now a major voice on the world stage. This shift is fundamentally changing global alliances and power structures. In a stunning twist, 2 European Union member states became BRICS partner countries in 2025. This move broke a long-standing taboo, signaling cracks in the Western alliance. The EU, traditionally aligned with the US, now faces internal divisions as some members seek new economic opportunities. Economic pressures and shifting global dynamics are forcing governments to rethink old alliances. For BRICS, this is a symbolic victory. Its appeal now reaches into the heart of Europe. The move challenges EU unity and could inspire others to follow. The political map of Europe may be on the verge of dramatic change. The US responded to BRICS's expansion with swift economic retaliation. President Trump threatened new tariffs on countries siding with BRICS, escalating the global trade war. By mid-2025, the US had already imposed steep tariffs on Russian oil to India and Chinese goods. The EU, caught in the crossfire, scrambled to negotiate with Washington to avoid further economic pain. The decision by 2 EU states to join BRICS weakened the EU's bargaining power. Other US allies like Japan also faced tariff threats, fueling global uncertainty. BRICS leaders condemned the US actions, calling them a threat to the world economy. China's President Xi Jinping declared, "China will not be bullied." India's Prime Minister Modi strengthened ties with China, signaling a united BRICS front. The world is witnessing a high-stakes economic standoff. The US is using tariffs to slow BRICS's rise, while BRICS nations double down on cooperation. Global supply chains and alliances are being reshaped in real time. The stakes for the global economy have never been higher. This confrontation is redefining international trade and diplomacy. The outcome will shape the next era of global power. The world is watching as tensions escalate between the old and new economic blocs. The numbers reveal BRICS's growing power. Measured by purchasing power parity, the 10-member BRICS bloc now boasts a combined GDP of over $72 trillion, nearly double the EU's. Even in nominal terms, BRICS's economic output surpasses that of the EU. The group represents about 45% of the world's population. around 4 billion people. In contrast, the US and EU together have less than 800 million. BRICS nations control over 30% of global oil production, giving them major influence over energy markets. Russia's economy, despite heavy sanctions, has grown significantly and is now the world's fourth largest by PPP. These figures show a clear shift in global economic weight from west to east and south. BRICS is building an alternative economic system, less dependent on the West. Its growing size and strength are impossible for the US and EU to ignore. The balance of global power is tilting. BRICS's rise is changing the rules of the game. The world economy is entering a new era. The world is splitting into two major blocks, the traditional West and the rising BRICS alliance. BRICS members are bypassing Western financial systems, trading in local currencies, and building new supply chains. This de-dollarization makes them less vulnerable to US sanctions. The EU, meanwhile, faces economic strain from the Ukraine conflict and sanctions on Russia. Growth has slowed, and defense spending is up, forcing some EU members to look toward BRICS. Relations between the EU and major BRICS powers are at historic lows. Trade talks with Brazil have stalled, and ties with China and India are strained. Europe is caught between old alliances and new realities. The choices it makes now will shape its future in a rapidly changing world. BRICS members have diverse motivations. For Russia and Iran, BRICS is a way to resist US dominance and build a new world order. Others, like Brazil, India, and the UAE, want to reform the global system from within, not confront the West directly. Many new members seek prestige and access to alternative funding from the new development bank. BRICS loans come with fewer strings attached than those from Western institutions. All members want to hedge against US dominance and diversify their partnerships. This diversity can make consensus difficult, but it's also a source of strength. BRICS's expansion amplifies its collective influence. The group is now a platform for countries seeking a fairer global system. Its appeal lies in offering real alternatives to the status quo. The expansion of BRICS, including 2 EU partner states, marks a turning point in global power. The world is now defined by competition between 2 major blocs, the US-led West and the BRICS alliance. This rivalry will impact everything from energy prices to job security. The US is likely to keep using tariffs and sanctions to slow BRICS's rise. BRICS will keep building alternative systems for trade and finance, challenging the dollar's dominance. But internal differences, like China and India's rivalry, could test the group's unity. Success depends on BRICS's ability to find common ground. For smaller countries, this new era brings both risks and opportunities. With 2 power centers, they may gain leverage to negotiate better deals. The old rules are being rewritten. The choices made now will shape the future of the global order.